I'll never forget the first time I got into the cockpit of the Huey. I had been in flight school 6 months, and we had 2 more months of flight school, and that's when we transitioned into the Huey. And I remember strapping myself in there, and of course, we had the instructor the first few flights. And after that first flight, I thought, my God, I think I'm strapping myself to a Corvette that can fly. It was powerful, responsive, smooth. It just was an unbelievable machine, and I could not wait to fly it in combat. When you get to Vietnam, there's a situation for all pilots that you are a right seat guy, a co-pilot guy, because there's 2 in the cockpit. Now the guy in the right seat is the co-pilot. And to become an aircraft commander and move over to that left side, you have to prove yourself time and time again in every type of combat situation there is. And then you have to be approved by your commander, the standardization pilot, as well as all the aircraft commanders that you fly with. And it usually took 5 months to make aircraft commander, that much. And people say, well, what's the difference between an aircraft commander and your co-pilot? And I said, well, let me tell you, your aircraft commander is like a good, solid college professor versus a high school junior. Huge difference. Experience means everything. And the only way to get it is to fly combat. I have a picture of myself with the Huey, and when I show that to kids on my PowerPoint, I'll say, you cannot point to one place on that Huey that I haven't taken a hit. And it kept flying. I mean, you name it, every portion of that has had one go whistle through it or hits a component, and when it hits a main component, it really smacks it. And sometimes if it's a place like a gearbox, say, the vibration is so terrific that you don't have any controls. You lose altitude, and you just hope it smooths out because you cannot see anything because the vibration is so terrific, but it smooths out. I always said when I got back, I'd go to Fort Worth, Texas, to Bell Helicopter and shake hands with every employee there and say, way to go, guys. You put yourself through it. You put a good machine out there for us to fly. I had very little problems, only one maintenance problem did I ever have in the whole tour. And like you said, I flew over 1,000 combat missions in every kind of weather and every kind of situation and took every kind of hit, but it kept flying. You know, another good example is that main rotor blade. You know, it's a 40-foot plane, so 24-foot rotor blades. And twice I took hits in the main leading edge of it and just really smacked it. Incredible vibration. You knew something was wrong. It smoothed out, and I knew I'd better check it out when I got to a friendly landing zone. Completed the mission, landed, looked at and got the aircraft shut down, and sure enough, on the main rotor blade, it had taken a hit and peeled back the honeycomb that was exposed. The whole skin of the main rotor blade was peeled back. And I thought, well, the troops need us. We're not going to go home. So my crew chief, incredible. Boy, I could talk 30 minutes about crew chiefs. Great kid, smart, brave. He got out duct tape, peeled back the skin on the main rotor blade, peeled it, and wrapped that thing with duct tape. And just eyeballed the same distance out on the other blade and wrapped it the same amount of time to make sure it was perfect balance. Flew it the rest of the day. However, the reason I survived and the reason we didn't get shot down on the spot is because my door gunners were so good. I was telling Jack just a little bit ago that our door gunners were all volunteers, all second tour infantrymen that enjoyed and looked forward to contact with the enemy. And these guys were absolutely tenacious, brave, and were so good they could get on the enemy any muzzle flash, any suspected enemy position, or just suppression of going in and out of a landing zone, just suppressive fire. They could get on a target within 3 bullets. That's all it took them. And the reason they knew that is because we were supplied with solid tracers on the M60. Usually an M60 machine gun is every 5th round is a tracer round. Well, we had solid tracers, and these guys could get right on the enemy. And that's how we were able to survive so many missions against unbelievable odds. As far as being patriotic, you bet. There's no better feeling than being in uniform and serving your country in a combat situation in a foreign country. When you see that American flag in a foreign country, it just does wonders to you. You think, man, I'm here for a purpose. I'm so glad I'm here doing what I'm doing. But the guys on the ground, your fear, everything, it takes second place to taking care of the guys on the ground. That's all it took. And just to get a call back, if it's saying, hey, Black Cat 821, thanks. Boy, that was it. Or that guy would come out and pop a salute to you. That's all it took.